second down. Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Can they catch him? The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to Hardy. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing Simmons. Slings it. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice job by the running back setting up that angle route. He's making it look like he's running to the flat, and then he puts his foot in the ground, cuts back across the defender's face, and makes himself an easy target for the quarterback.
On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. They go play action with Simmons. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And talking to the coaching staff, they were worried about this. Are you going to take your opponents lightly? Do you have the maturity? And first drive, Palmer, you saw it, man. 3 and out, punt. Now another negative play. Palmer, they need something, man. They need some juice. They got to get their heads right and get some excitement going. I know they're a better team, but right now, rough start.
Yeah, they're sleepwalking a little bit here early in this game, but I also think we got to give credit to the defense because they've come out with their hair on fire, and they are flying around to the football right now, playing with tremendous effort. And honestly, the defense right now just looks faster. They've taken over the game here very early.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Might be changing the route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Austin Simmons, a play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Fights off a defender. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
On the move, it's Roberts. Maybe a crease. Past the 10. Touchdown Tigers! Rolled his way into the end zone.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lacy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Punts it out of the air. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weis Jr. And they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weis? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is...
Snags it and he's open. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Lacy. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Running inside, it's Lacy. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The Rebels need to pick it up on 4th down. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Got it. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Now, ready, kill. 214 close. 214 close.
Pushes ahead. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Roberts. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's the 2nd time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Simmons on play action. Going deep. Snags it inside the 20. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. From the red zone, it's Roberts. Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Gets the back moving. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. Could be an alley. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll move the tight end. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Gives it on the option. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Using his legs, it's Lacy. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Quarterback keep. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
And the Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to throw for it. Got it. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Rebels in the hurry up.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The run inside. It's Lacy. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Simmons on the play fake. Bringing the heat. Gets away to his left. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
You have some success with the bootleg, and now you got the defense on their heels a little bit in this run game because they're not sure who's got the ball. Is it going to be the running back? Is the quarterback booting and keeping it himself? Can you play action and maybe throw it? Nice job mixing and matching the play calling here offensively.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They go play action with Simmons. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here's Simmons to throw. This one's complete. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Well, and it'll be interesting to see the passing attack for Missouri this year under Eli Drinkwitz. He's done a pretty good job in recent years of going to the portal and finding his guy. Now, obviously, you lose Bo Pribula. He was only in this offense for a year. And, David, they go to Oxford to bring in Austin Simmons. And they've got a quarterback who, like Pribula, can throw it but can run it as well and hurt you with his athleticism.
Well, it's so interesting to watch Austin Simmons. And sometimes it's just the right fit in the right spot. We've seen some great highs from him. But obviously, Trinidad comes in, takes his job. He's on the bench. He has to find a new location, new life, and a good offense with a good run game. Let's see what Austin Simmons can do.
They'll go right back to the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
Gets it to him on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Simmons, under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Simmons. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Reads it, fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
Ready, set hot.
He'll start this drive going to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking deep. He's got it on the outside. Open spaces. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Corners are going to bail. Throwing Simmons. Forced out of the pocket. Release to the back. It's complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 3 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Tigers. With a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A man miss. Oh, he's still got more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Running inside, it's Warner. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The option look. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Austin Simmons, the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Almost intercepted. intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab at the 10. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Here's Simmons to throw. Dumps it to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Backed up now, here's second and long. On the run, it's Edwards. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block them. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Now here's Simmons. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Quarterback making checks. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On second and 10, a four wide out set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds us back in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on third down. Got his man downfield. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown Rebels! They look finished, but they're all the way back and they have the lead.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown pass.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Starts to scramble to the left. Right on the money. Shakes off the defender. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Simmons floating away. He's got the back in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run. Nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a fourth down.
Hoping to move the chains, Missouri comes to the line on fourth. Simmons to throw for it on fourth. Intercepted! intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Great place to start for this offense.
Ready. Shift.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
The option, the keeper. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Ready. Boom. 22. Boom. Set high.
Rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Rebels! What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still on his feet at the 40. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Leaves it with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give to the back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust. You can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on second down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Rebels will call on their punt team. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Trying to beat him to the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Throwing Simmons. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost